All right, everybody, welcome me into Real Talk with Spoon and Puddin. I'll be the only one and only Big Spoon.
I'll be pudding. We could
So,
be.
what's up, Puddin?
Oh man, busy weekend, busy weekend.
Primary purpose of this podcast is to educate and share our thoughts and opinions. When we have proof and evidence on the topic, it will be brought forth. This podcast does not constitute advice or services to anyone. Spoon and Puddin do not accept any responsibility or liability for our guests or anyone's comments or actions based on the material we talk about on our podcast. This podcast is for private and non-commercial use, and everyone should ascertain that the information we provide is correct and verified at all times. There shall be no adding to, editing, or reproduction of this podcast without prior written permission from Spoon and Puddin. You can reach us at Real Talk with Spoon and Puddin at gmail.com.
So
So
how's your
how's
week?
been a mess, man. It's always something.
Well,
I'm always something. Now my lawnmower's tore up, trying to get it working, and it's just always something.
we busy with the whole sleep apnea thing and stupid doctor at Concentra. And you never warned me about them. Thank you.
Well, the words have never been muttered. When
I know. I didn't say that.
soon as you muttered them, I said, "Look, don't go there."
Well, it was too late then. Damn it, bitch, done added it on there. But thank goodness I ain't got sleep apnea, so I ain't got to worry about it. And Concentra, you can go screw yourselves. That's what I got to say to you. Don't if you're a driver and you're borderline, do not go for your physical at Concentra. Run, get away from them assholes. Oh boy,
I got an old zero turn Dixon uh, lawnmower, and I've never had any issues with it except for
that's that blue one, ain't it?
yeah, except for like putting a belt on it or a tire, just normal stuff. And I let somebody borrow it, take it home with them that's been doing work for me. He needed a way to cut his grass, so I let him, and I've let him use it before in the past, but this was his house, and this last time he used it, he take it somewhere he's staying with other people, so it really in his house. And I guess I don't know what they did, but ever since he's brought it back the last two times, I can't keep it running, and now can't even get it started. And got solenoid or something burning smoke, got fuel coming up through the air filter. I don't know what he done to it, but so now I can't. I got 2 acres I can't even cut now.
I've had to put coils on mine and do little things here and there on mine.
Yeah, I ain't never had any engine trouble or fuel problem.
I've
So
had belts. That mine chews up belts like crazy. Oh my god.
yeah, I just put a new deck and drive belt on mine, the new pulleys.
Michelle caught some chicken wire and luckily it didn't cut the belt. She called it asparagus cage because she had it wrapped around an asparagus, but
That messed the belt up, didn't it?
it didn't. It luckily it didn't chew the belt and burn the belt in half. Um, Other people riding it around here and catching tarps and chewing up the belts and stuff.
Yeah.
I hear her in there trying to make a comment. No, but oh man. So
Starting an old new route this week, huh? New career line.
well, yeah, I couldn't help it. Had to go ahead and be the gunslinger and say say hell, man. Somebody done offered me too much money with a
Yeah,
little less
yeah,
miles.
yeah, yeah. I don't know about all that, but
Well, I mean, for truck drivers out there, it's my opinion y'all should go watch Hoffa and you should plant your feet firmly in the ground. The only person I think at a trucking company who should make more money than the driver is maybe the owner. That might be it. Short of that, the drivers should all be very well paid. All the
but
people who work under them should be happy that they're working so that y'all can get a paycheck off of them.
they would rather pay everybody else a whole lot of money and then
Oh,
treat
I
the
know.
treat the truck driver like crap. But they don't understand without the truck driver moving
They
the
don't have a job.
materials, they don't have a job.
No, like I said, like I said, it was had some arguments with the safety department 2 weeks ago, and I picked up the phone Friday before last morning, called that Had an unsolicited text on Thursday, and I called that text back, and I was like, "Huh, you're gonna pay me this much, and I'm gonna have 2,800 miles a week, which is gonna be less work, a little more pay than where I'm currently at, and I'll only be Ohio out from home. That's good. Yeah,
You gonna
I say
sleep at
that's
home?
a positive. Yeah, yeah. You know, the safety department, y'all can go drive Wyoming. You know, you go on out there and drive Wyoming. Winter's coming.
And
You know,
you gonna sleep at home what two times during the week, and then Friday and Saturday?
I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get home 2 nights a week. You know, through the week and sleep
and,
there.
and sleep Friday and Saturday, right? At home.
Oh yeah, Friday night, Saturday night,
So you go get
guaranteed.
4 nights at home instead of two, huh?
Yeah, 4 nights at home, a little bit more money. Yeah, I
No,
couldn't pass that up. You know, regardless for safety, I told safety, I was like, well, we're going to take PC off. I said, take it off.
no Wyoming and
I'll agree to those terms.
no Wyoming,
Well,
Utah
we're not
winters.
doing that. You got to agree to. You got to agree to. See, that's what I'm saying. Safety says you have to agree
There
to
you
us
go.
editing your logs. I said, no, I don't.
That's your logs.
They're my logs. They're my logs. If you safety and you watching, there you go, right there. You know, Special Officer Doofy reporting for duty.
They try to strong arm you and force you into doing things, but
You don't have to
ain't
work
gonna
for them.
happen. No,
I'm not a slave. I ain't on your plantation.
what they don't understand is that may be their truck and that may be their load, but those logs are yours. They're mine, and I don't have to prove anything that they say.
No, they have the option to turn personal conveyance off. It's fine.
Well, turn it off.
Or
How'd you know,
request
driving?
me, or tell me that I got to get permission to use it. That's fine. Do that, but I don't have to stay working for you.
No.
Like I said, I had a little bit of a up and down with the Concentra thing, but sleep test Wednesday night said I didn't have sleep apnea, so now I'm good to go and ready to ride.
But did you actually get any sleep during the sleep test?
Not really.
No. That's
No,
what the one they done on me at the hospital. If I slept 2 hours the whole night, I was
well,
it
I'm
was
a,
pieced together.
well, I'm a side sleeper, so I started out on my left side, slept about 2.5, 3 hours, and then rolled over to my right side, and then I noticed one of the little buttons was red. You're not supposed to have red, and I was like, "Is that because I'm on my right side?" So then I rolled back to my left side, and I laid there in agony because after a couple hours, your shoulder starts hurting from gravity. So I was like, just tossing and turning, and I was like, "Oh boy, whatever."
They didn't come in there and messing with you.
No, it
They
was
kept they kept coming in there and messing with me.
no. I didn't come in there messing
I
with me.
guess because I wasn't staying still, and they kept having to adjust the stuff, and like I might have slept 2 hours
This is
total.
you do it in a room or whatever. They give you the kit, and you go put all the gear on, and
Oh
and
no, I was actually in the I had to do mine in the
no,
hospital.
I wasn't. Mine wasn't monitored. Mine was put the little thing on your nose, on your finger, and around your around your chest or whatever, so it can.
Oh, they had it. I was wired up from head to uh, waist and on IVs and by the time they got you all set up and told you okay you can go to sleep, it was like almost midnight, and they kept messing with me. I might have slept 2 hours, like 20 minutes here, 30 minutes here, because they kept messing with me. And then at 5 a.m. when I finally was sleeping good, they woke me up and said, "All right, time to go. We're done." I'm like, "How the hell did you do a sleep study when I didn't even get any sleep?" You know.
I gave the machine back to them the next day on Thursday morning. I'm like, "Here's the machine back." I hope I got enough sleep. I don't know. It said the test was complete. And they said, well, it doesn't monitor if you're sleeping. And I was like, huh? It does. But my watch monitors if I'm sleeping or not. The Galaxy Watch.
All it does is monitor your breathing, right?
It monitors your breathing and your blood oxygen.
Yeah.
And supposedly it measures when your chest is, when you're breathing through your chest. But I told the doctor because I seen a doctor on Wednesday, and he's like, if you're a side sleeper, you don't have sleep apnea. He said it's real hard for you to have it. No, hush, boy, I'm getting hobbit out there.
I sleep on my side a lot, but I sleep on my back too.
Yeah, go ahead, snap it. She's heard her snapping her fingers. but no, I just wish more drivers would stick together. In the end.
Well,
Uh, It's a shame nobody wants to stick together, especially the little people.
Yeah.
Because it ain't the strong rich people, the ones that got all the money. It ain't them that need to stand together. I mean, they'd look at all those poorer people like we're slaves or something.
Well, that's kind of like with the election going to come up in November. I hope all the little people get out and vote in droves.
Yeah.
Whether they vote for me or not, I just want people to get out and vote.
Well, they couldn't see your advertising at Monday night's meeting, could they?
They kept changing the
camera.
angle.
That was the first. Hey, City of Portland, if you're watching, hey, thanks for changing the camera. We're gonna placard you like a billboard on all four sides next time you go in there to speak. Well,
it's like a game of chess, wasn't it? I wore my billboard on the back, and then they started changing the camera angle. I was like,
we're gonna get you like some football shoulder pads and put some poster boards up on the sides of over there. Hey, gotta have no way to hide it then. God.
No, but I want people to get out and in record numbers and exercise your constitutional right. Get out and vote. I don't care if you vote for me or not. Of course, I want you to vote for me, but just get out and vote. You got like 5 or 6 working for running for alderman.
There's really 5 or 6 running for alderman.
You got the 3 sitting. They're running again. Then you got Dole, and you got I forgot their names, but there's 3 other people besides the 3 that's sitting.
Oh my gosh! So we could flip it. I remember years back. Didn't the Portland city limit used to just be just past Drakewood Market out there? It used to be right around where it went 4-lane to 2-lane.
Yeah, it used to stop right there about where it went to 2-lane.
Yeah, that's where the city.
But the city limits expanded all the way around. It keeps getting further and further out.
But you've seen where the new, because I was just coming back from Lafayette Saturday. Went out to that auction out there.
Yeah.
I'm coming back from Lafayette, and man, is it too conspiratorial where that city limit happens to just start at?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is there a reason it's right there before Megan Thompson's driveway? That's just come on, man. You move the city limit right to their driveway, and you're going to sit here and say that it's not
there's no corruption or collusion. It's just all coincidence. Well,
we can't pay $6,500 to keep the children safe, but let's spend $30,000 a year and bring in retail strategists. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well,
I do need to finish watching your meeting because you said you got to talk again, and you said the chief wanted to go in there and beat up Dillard or something.
Well, he come up the podium through them chairs. He was awful upset, but
he was awful upset. Why? Because he's a thug.
Yeah.
He's a thug that would hide outside of the elementary school. Oh no, I don't want to get shot. There you go, Chief. Ass. Oh, but
because he's easily angered. If you watch these meetings, he's easily angered about stuff he shouldn't even be angered about. But if you think the police department should have a certain standard guideline, and
what I want you to do, I want you to take Farmers Bank away from the chamber. And I want you to set up a boxing ring so that people can go have it out and just settle things old-fashioned way.
Well, I hate to tell you, no matter who becomes mayor, they don't have the authority to take that away from the chamber. It's already been voted on by the board, and it is what it is.
45 years that they're going to get to.
Well, 15 years with a. If I read it right, it's 15 years, and then with the option of 2 more times. I guess they have to vote on it again.
Yeah, because your Megan Thompson's mama was over there, bragging about.
Well, she
didn't provide any documentation of what Farmers Bank intended for the building to be done with. She just insinuated, we insinuate that the city limits just happened to get moved out to their driveway without any proof.
And she may be right. I don't know. She may be right.
I'm just wondering what kind of good deal Farmers Bank got on that new land over there.
If she's right and that's what they intended it, I mean, I'm fine with it, but I'd like to see some paperwork that says that. Maybe they have it, but I mean, if they did, I think that
if that's the case, why didn't Farmers Bank just leave it to them instead of giving it to the city?
Well, what I'm saying is, I would think that would be something good and transparent. You could show the people and say, here, we're doing this because this is what they wished. They left it to us, but they said if we didn't have any use for it, they wanted it to go to the chamber, and here's the document to prove that.
You don't have any use for it. You couldn't do some youth things out of there, or
look. But hey, it's a done deal.
The kids got to hang out at Sonic in the parking lot all night because there ain't nothing to do. But that's what they wanted. They wanted to go to the corrupt chamber.
It's a done deal now. It's no sense in. We just need to move on and talk about something.
Moving on.
Better.
Maybe the power of condemning the building so that they have to be kicked out of it's the only power left.
Jody Blackburn says, well, what it gets me, I've been told it is out on Clubs Road and also Scattersville half. The road is county and half is the road is city. It's confusing. Yeah, when it gets down the road and it stops and then the county paves and the city don't, you got blah, 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 and smooth and blah, 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 and smooth and you come off smooth on the blah, 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 it's kind of horse crap, but what going forward, I want to try to find out what the people want, right? Talk to the people.
I mean, like a youth thing, hey, whatever
that's a big thing. How about a year? I mean, you talk about it. How about a year-round farmers market? And it's not just a farmers market. It's a place for the people to go. People to go. They can barter back and forth. They can trade and swap. They can sell their goods without having to be controlled by the chamber or somebody that's right there on that little bitty spot on the square. I mean, we got plenty of places we can have a year-round spot.
You requested stuff from the chamber, and they said that they weren't government, and you couldn't get nothing from them, right?
Well, they said they were
private.
Nonprofit. So therefore, they didn't have to provide all that.
I guess they got some 401c3 paperwork, right? If they're nonprofit.
Well, see, there's different nonprofits. You got nonprofit associations, you got nonprofit corporations, you got nonprofit. I mean, there's a whole list of them. Now, I guess I could.
Why is the city footing the bill for their location?
Well, the maintenance, I think they got in the contract or in the lease that up to $8,500 the chamber's going to cover, and anything over that, I guess they both, the city and the chamber's going to
$8,500. They didn't want to spend $6,500 on a speed limit sign. They're a joke.
Well, it depends on who you are. You already know that. What entity you are.
You're for-profit private person. You get everything you want in this town as long as you got the right money and the connection.
If they need 10 more fire trucks or 20 more police cars or need to hire more of the police officers or firemen, there's
all kinds of money for that.
All kinds of money.
Fix a road.
And I'm not saying
fixing a road, we're strapped for cash.
I'm not saying we don't need firemen or may not need fire trucks, but
fixing our broke down water pipes and water system. I don't know where we're going to get the money. Unless we build more paths.
This is my thoughts on the issue. You got a sitting mayor who was part of the council and being a mayor now for 2 decades, and we've had this water issue for a very long time. He'll tell you for decades, and he's been a part of it for decades, and they've done very little about it. So why am I going to spend $3 or $4 million every quarter or every 6 months or every year on new fire trucks and then additional money on new firemen when I don't even know if I'm going to have the water for that fireman to use that freaking truck to put a fire out?
Nobody's thinking that.
I would rather Sue says the chamber has the building, but who has to pay the taxes every year? Well, we do, Sue. No, our money shouldn't have to go for that, but they don't. Do you think they really care what the people want?
Well, no, I mean,
I was already told that they don't work for us. You know.
yeah, you were told that they're private or you can't get information or records from them. So
No, I'm
it,
talking. I'm talking about the board, the council. They don't work. They don't work for us.
oh yeah, oh you're talking about when yeah. Well, they don't have files either. As per the city attorney, they don't have personnel files.
So I'm
Even
just saying.
the mayor
So
don't. So hey, if you win, you can do whatever you want. There's no file on
yeah.
you. Yeah, you can get Monica Lewinsky to come down and intern for you. Yeah, give her the
First,
old cigar.
uh, so, but what I'm saying is, if you don't know if you're going to have good drinking water for your citizens tomorrow or the next day,
well, we already know they don't. They put fluoride in it. So
well, I mean, while they were having the meeting Monday night, they was talking about Oak Grove, right? Their tank was getting low. Of course, people were complaining out there they didn't have any water, didn't have any water pressure because they get the water from us and everything that's going on. So why would you be so worried about making sure you hired 5 or 10 more firemen or ordered 3 or 4 more fire trucks? I mean, you got volunteer fire departments that are using trucks that are 50 and 60 years old and they're getting by. So is it like it's not a necessity, it's a want, right?
Mm-hmm.
A necessity is making sure your citizens have good drinking water and the supply is there to meet the demand, not only today, but next week and next year and 5 years down the road and 10 years down the road, right? So these are the things that I'm looking at, and thinking about and wanting to get to work on, making sure the people have water, making sure the people have a voice, number one. How about a year-round farmers market or trade barter center, whatever you want to call it? The people can pick a name for it. A place for your teenagers to hang out and go. Just like last night. Anybody go to Franklin, Kentucky last night? You don't have to. You can just pull it up on Facebook. Every Friday and Saturday night, around the square, everywhere around there, they got concerts, they got vendors. Everybody's up there having a good time, right? The adults, there's something for the teens to do. And you drive through Portland, what do you got? Nothing. Why is our town, and when it's warm, why is our town not hopping every Friday and Saturday night? Why is there not people coming from other towns coming to spend their money in our town?
Well, because Latimer tried to show the city Winter Garden and how they changed down there in Florida. Winter Garden is same as Franklin, but they have a local little brewery there and big farmers market and water splash pads and bike trails and things. You know what I mean? That's just things that people like to do. Go do something. Instead, they got a junky old pool up there that nobody wants to go to.
Well, I mean,
They keep talking about, they give a lot of lip service to doing a lot of good, but I don't see no good happening. Not in the city. You even told me them little strawberries that was up there around town was donated. That was, improvements the city, well, the city's got to spend money on the chamber. What the hell?
it's Mr. Pumpkin.
Oh, put your orange pussy down.
He bounces on your head and wakes you up in the mornings.
Oh,
gosh. But just imagine if you went from, well, now the chamber building, the old Farmers Bank, to where Captain Video is, all the way back. You got several spots there that you could build things or modify things to do things for the people in this town, right? Yeah, Sue said you have the farm and table. Yeah, the farm and table event, they have what? Is it once a year? I'm talking about every Friday and Saturday night when it's warm. You should have something going on. You can have concerts, just like the Strawberry Festival, the week of Strawberry Festival, they have concerts and everything going on. They got different food suppliers. I call them roach coaches, but People don't want to hear that. I guess it's I don't know what they call them, food trucks. I guess when they're really trailers, food trailers. Uh, different vendors of different things every weekend.
Well,
Sue said, "I did like your shirt. Thank you, Sue." Just about
did
at the
you really
meeting.
get to, did you really get to see it? I wonder, because I mean they kept changing the camera. They didn't want people to see that.
Well, she was there at the meeting.
Oh, she was there. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, if she was watching on Facebook, it'd have been hard to see. They kept saying, "No, no, we can't give him no free advertising."
I think if you
There's
might be
50 something people watching this live. We can't let people know he's on the ballot. you know, we've got to
uh,
keep our power. Mhm.
uh,
I really do hope that Mike Hall, Drew Jennings, Megan Thompson, and the mayor get the can. Just flip them out. Those are they're four of the problems we have right now.
if you just got Megan out, that would be a vast
Oh,
improvement.
Megan and Mike. I think Megan and Mike are the real two at the top of the pyramid that need to go. Everybody else just follows their lead. Everybody else on their coattails. Hey, you're gonna give me some free meals at Five Chefs, right?
Uh,
Sorry. I'm sorry, man. It's kind of stupid, man. William Lambert, he's over there at Five Chefs. I got to go hang out with him and rub elbows and smooze with him, get a little brown on my nose. Is that what Drew Jennings and Mike Hall do?
oh, I don't. I mean, I don't know what they do in their spare time.
They follow someone's lead, that's for sure. They
Well,
don't think for themselves.
this last meeting, all it was a big political setup for Mike Callis and the chamber. All this uh, backdoor meetings they had. All this was set up. The only wrinkle was through in it was me and Thomas, and they didn't really like that, right? But other than that, they had an overall great meeting. This half thing about where we might put a stop on the water taps, and then they let Brian Price come in there and talk, and the mayor talk about we don't want to do that, and we don't want to hurt the people and all that, and let them vote. All that stuff was staged and set up. It's just a big one political meeting. The chamber got what they wanted. That half of the people were happy. The council voted with the people about not putting a hold on the taps. So the mayor looked good on that side. So he, all the way around, he looked like he was just, oh yay. See, he done the right thing in the end. We got to trust him, and he done something good for the chamber, and the chamber's happy. And Jaska was up there talking; she was happy about it. It was just one big. The Simpsons couldn't write this better than what they wrote it, right? And that's saying something.
I don't know, man.
And the people, if the people can't see it, I don't know what to tell them. I mean, I'm sorry.
It's getting crazy. I mean, just like watching the debt thing and all that this week, on the national scale, the college and all that BS, and it's just. So it seems like it's like, if you took people 12 years ago, what would be going on today? People would call you a liar. They say, "Oh no, you're full of it." That'll never happen. That'll never happen. Well, it's happening. Well, like I said, you're just gonna have to, you know, think it'd be a good job for you. I think you do well at it. I just hope people go vote for you because I mean, you ain't got a dog in the hunt. It ain't like you've been on the council.
Well,
You've been a manager before.
oh yeah, I've been in logistics. I managed. I've helped run.
You didn't just sit on council for 16 years and preach,
No,
and that's your qualifications.
but the most important thing is I want people to get out in droves and vote. Exercise your right to vote. That's why you have it. Get out there and use it and vote. All right.
Get rid of these corrupt assholes. I mean, got to kick them out. They ain't worth shit.
I'm here to represent the people that feel like they don't have a voice, right? It's time to give the power back to the people.
And you'll being Marty, you're being a martyr, right? Yeah, they pull you in some smoke filled room, and Jessica's sitting there, and then you hear that burn, yeah. And she's like, "You're gonna do what we say, or your brains or your signatures on that paper."
Oh, sorry.
That's what I say, being
But
martyr.
yeah, that if it comes down to somebody's going to kill me, that's going to kill me. All right? They ain't gonna buy me. Money doesn't drive me. It's not worth anything anyway. They just all they do is just print, print, print. That's why the national debt's $30 trillion.
Oh, it's more than that.
Well, that,
That's
the
just what
nu-
that's what they let you see.
that's a number we can see.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I think that's the number that they owe today. Is what I've always heard it explained. That's not the real number. That's how much is due today.
Do today, yeah,
Yeah. And if it's like I said, I was on the fence a little while back because the Treasury was talking about minting platinum coins that were worth $1 trillion each to
yeah,
pay off the debt. That would
yeah.
be that. I mean, again, that is constitutional. It's legal. It's a little kind of like a wink, wink workaround, you know. And the Fed would have to accept it as payment, wouldn't they? Because it's minted by the Treasury and face value is $1 trillion. Go ahead, mint about 200 of those coins and just pay off all your debt. Then we'll be debt free tomorrow.
Well, it's kind of like when the guy owed so much back taxes and he showed up, wheeled them in with wheelbarrows, all pennies. It's legal.
Yeah, it's legal. Pay it. I thought it was funny. I mean, like I said, I knew Trump's mentality when he first ran because I remember him saying, "You owe the bank $1,000, the bank owns you. You owe the bank $1,000,000, you own the bank." You know, it's about how much money you owe them, how much Now again, if you can just you know wave a wand and the money just comes out of thin air, you may own the bank in your mindset for that payment, but what's the bank out? Nothing. What's Farmers Bank out? They built their bank and people work for that stupid currency. It's not backed by anything. Just
Kim
like
said.
we go to work.
Kim says, "Well, you have opened my eyes to things going on in the city. If you're on the ballot, you have my vote." Well, thank you. I am on the ballot, unless they sabotage me. I know in September, I think it's the 26th, the chamber's hosting a meet and greet and a forum for all candidates.
I think we need to like separation of church and state. We need separation of chamber and city. You know, they're nonprofit, right? What are they hosting anything?
Well, it's kind of like all these other nonprofit organizations. They claim they're nonprofit, but if you pay your CEO $100,000 a year and you do all this stuff, you're not really nonprofit, right? You you live in the gray area of the nonprofits, right?
Well,
Say what? Oh yeah, yeah. That just means I don't have to pay taxes. Make sure my numbers say zero at the end of the year.
well, you're. I mean, well, I know your numbers. I mean, if people are making money, I mean, where are you getting the money from? I would like to know where the chamber gets their money from. Where do they get their money from?
Well, the city gives them quite a bit of money. What are you talking about?
Well, why is the city paying them? If the city pays them, then they're a government organization.
That's what I said when I asked them about seeing the records. They said they allow their members, the chamber members, to see the books. And I said, no, with payroll and everything. Oh no, we don't show that. And I'm like, if you accept any money that are taxpayer money, everything should be open to the people. Everything.
If you're funded by the taxpayer, sure.
Yeah, they give first part of the fiscal year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have my papers on me where I can just pull it up, but we went through it before. The city donates whatever it is, $20,000, $30,000, right straight to the chamber, right off the top. That's first thing. And then of
Well,
course,
that's not enough to really run anything, is it? I mean,
uh,
they spend more to try to sell the rich people's land in town. You know,
Well, I
or
understand.
at least equal in parts. They spend that much money a year to send the rich people's land.
Yeah, I understand, but I don't have what I'm saying is I don't have it to give you the accurate number. I'm just saying right off the top they throw money at them, you know, and then if the chamber puts on the event,
The city funds it.
well, yeah, if it's for
Why
the
not?
city,
If it's nonprofit, they already paid for it, didn't they?
now
Well,
you
I
got
mean,
got to
the
pay for it again.
$20,000-$30,000, ain't that paid for the event? I don't know. Like I said, you gotta see their books eventually. So you got to get in there to be mayor, so you can see their books and say, "Well, we're not going to fund y'all no more." You got a free building, didn't you?
Well, I thought about just joining and being a member just so I could get in there and look at their books and say, hey, look, all you people that don't like me, I'm a member too, you know,
Mhm.
because apparently they're easily offended and they don't like me saying things. And there's several people that want me to only say positive things and not say anything negative. What they're really saying is, we don't want you speaking the truth. We don't want our truth getting out there. We want you to be quiet and speak only positive.
Well, I mean, I think what the people need to vote for is something real instead of
Yeah.
voting for the same old people that put on lying faces.
What?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, nah, I'm gonna leave it alone. But
You
yeah,
gonna
I
leave?
mean, I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Hmm.
So, I mean, to the people, you either want the same old, or you really want change, and that's not just for mayor. I mean,
Oh, you need the council to go.
there's several of them on the council that needs to go, and you got 3 seats up. You got Megan's up, Drew Jennings is up, and Mike Hall's up, and
Well, I don't know. Megan ain't been in there. She's the lowest ranking member, but has the most power.
she,
I know.
in my opinion, she needs to go.
Yeah, I'm got a time reminder because I got to go start my run.
Uh, but
Well, I said quickie. Yes, I'm giving you a quickie.
uh, well, you anytime you got to cut off, you cut off and go. But yeah, in my opinion, she definitely needs to go. You feel like Mike Hall needs to go.
Well, when
Uh,
he sits there and lies about the foyer thing, saying
oh yeah,
that he should
and
know better.
and Drew Jennings, I'm still up in there about him.
I
He,
ain't seen
he
I
did
ain't
come out.
I ain't seen him. I ain't seen him do nothing but get on the Megan Thompson choir right along with Mike Hall.
All I see him do is fall in line and go, I. And nobody ever challenges anything, uh, except for Thomas, occasionally Jody, and occasionally Woodall. Uh, so
Well,
people get out and vote. There's lots of positive, great things we can do for the city, and we can try to break away from
I mean,
the
even
handful of.
even when Congress is 60-40 or 65-35, yeah, they still have party line differences. There ain't no difference of opinion if you watch these city meetings. It's like
No.
it's like Pastor Mike says his little thing, and then choir leader Megan says everyone must speak in the acapella of I. Because it benefits us. It's kind of like what they do. Uh, so
Yeah, I thought it would be not even close.
not
Uh,
even close.
she tried to throw like a
Throw a banana in there.
no butterscotch, like Hershey Kiss thing,
Get
little
your
bitty
mouth
one.
over. Get ready for some banana pudding.
No.
Yes.
Uh, you would think with a seven person panel, you would have a lot more debate back and forth on things and more questions asked. But that's what you get when a lot of these meetings, like the last meeting, it was all a political setup. That's all it was. They have these backdoor meetings. They know exactly. They're ready to run in there and go, get it over as fast as possible. When they have that public recognition, they don't care about listening to the people. They don't care what me or you or anybody else has to say. Just like the freaking clown part-time attorney, I don't know why you're up here talking. When I told him, I said, so you're admitting, oh, I'm not admitting to nothing. What he was saying is, I don't want to talk about this publicly because I don't want the people to know how big of a dumbass I am and that we're breaking the law. That's what he's saying. He just ain't got the balls to come out and say it. And the few people that want me to speak positively and not negatively, what they're really saying is, we want you to be like us and just fall in line and not spread the truth, right? Because they don't have the balls to say it. And they're pissed off that I do have the balls to say it. And then they want to threaten me, Go ahead, threaten me. I don't care. What are you going to take?
Well, they're going to go out in the parking lot and give you an escort home and ride you.
Whatever. I'm not scared.
Did you get an escort home Monday night, even though you had your advertising shirt on?
No.
You got to bring that back by so we can finish putting, placard on all four sides. We'll get you a nice little small one for your armband, your sleeves, put it on there. Bring some other colors. Yeah, bring some other colors. Bring a light color and, maybe a middle like an orange, I'll get you some shirts and bring them by. We'll get them all tailored up with your advertisement. So, every time you go to the meeting, you have a different color on and they can't change the camera to hide it. That's the way I looked at it. I was like, they didn't do that when I went up there and spoke. They didn't do that when first time you went up there.
It's all a game. That's fine. Well, I don't get mad. I can just show up to every meeting and sit like right up there in very front in the middle.
All right, so they have to do a back shot. They don't want to show your back of your shirt.
Yeah.
You got to sit there front row very far, like right there, so the cameras point right at the back of your shirt.
They'll just have to keep moving the camera to the side.
I don't want you to see those light. Well, you can't do that, man. You're going to let them see them lie. They need to see the liars on the board. They need to see choir leader Megan, and Pastor Callis telling everyone to vote in unison.
She ought to bring her violin and then her little stick that she leads the choir with, right? She can go.
Oh, you mean like the conductor and the orchestra?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody just gets onto it. Oh, but all right, man.
But every time they do a vote, she needs to stand up at the podium and go, "Aye," and then listen to it. Aye. It's all fall in line.
Yeah. Then when Thomas says nay, and he's like, oh, "You white supremacist, you!
How dare you? How dare you? Go home.
Get out of here! You're a bad voter." Put on your white hoodie and get on your horse and ride off into your sunset. Oh, man.
But he's got to leave, so we're going to cut it short again this week. Hey, think about some of the good things that y'all want for the city. And people, be paying attention to the meetings, not only just the council meetings, but the planning and zoning meetings that they have once a month. And get out in record numbers and vote. Whether you vote for me or not, just get out and vote. Use your constitutional right. Not only the mayor is up, you got 3 council members up that needs to be out.
I don't say waste your vote. I say get rid of the dirty diapers that are in there. Change them. Just change that's. I mean, honestly, go back and look at the Man of the Year movie with Robin Williams, where he said, politicians are like diapers. They got to be changed constantly for the same reason. They get corrupt. Change them.
Yep.
Throw them out. They don't deserve to be there. Then when they get thrown out, they'll be like, "Well, how did this happen? I thought we was doing good for you." Like, why you lining your pockets? You're not doing good for no one but yourself, asshole. But we'll be earlier next Sunday because that's when you get off work, right? Be a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Be able to run a full show next Sunday for sure. Maybe we can get Red on again. See, I only talked to him Thursday. I'll talk to you.
And I ain't even talked to anybody, lined anybody up, see if they wanted to come on or not. So I might start working on that.
Yeah. Maybe you can get Scruggs or somebody on. Who knows? Get another council member on to talk. Somebody running. If you're running, come on. That's what we want. We want to vet you, see what you're about.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess we'll let y'all go and see y'all next Sunday. How you feel? You ready to be mayor, Spoon?